welcome to Daytona Beach, Florida. Qualifying underway for the ARC Music Gen 4 Cup Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. More information at dgsracing.com. As we watch the 42, Chris Corcoran, Dale Earnhardt Sr. Oreo Goodwrench throwback, heading out on track. That car from the year 2000, I believe. It's getting up to speed. We also have Trent Sneed in the Treon Technologies Corvette. Hustling that Corvette around the apron, getting out on the track. Hayden in the Napa Pontiac. Cody Cleaver, the Bucky's car. This doesn't even have a branding, so we're just going to call it Car. Ian Montrose in the Autism Awareness Chevy. Dustin Franklin. I haven't had a close enough look at his car to tell what's on it. Kind of looks like a wannabe Tonka car. Keep watching them here. Nobody's officially started their lap times yet until just now as Chris Cochran's tripped the line. It's gray bar, but it looks like the old Tonka car, so that's kind of cool. Dominic Lee out on track in the 19. Trenton's finally started his lap. Makes his way through 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Looks like he's running high for his first lap, based on where his corner exit was. Hayden definitely running high on his first lap. See where Cody's running. First lap up high, so a lot of guys going for it on lap number 2 here. Cochran completed first lap, puts the first lap down. 48.423. Back down to the bottom he goes. They're running about 44 in practice in the draft. These are solo car qualifying runs. Trenton's throwaway lap. It's good for second quick. Montrose threw it away longer. Got the third spot. Cochran will be the first one to really set the benchmark on lap 2. He's coming off turn number 4 now. Passing the pit entrance into the tri-oval and disappears and reappears and crosses the line. 48.171 will be the benchmark. That's the lap everyone's going to try to beat. Dustin Franklin beat it on his first lap. So that's impressive. Franklin must have run low on lap 1. John T. Garrett, lap number 2, goes to the top. Trent Sneed jumps right above him, 47.82 for Trenton. Montrose goes in the 47s at a 47.89. Dalton Hayes clocks in 5th on his first lap around. Hayden Knoll at Napa Pontiac goes to the top of the charts with a 47.78. So the first one down in the 0.7. Franklin goes P2, then Cody Cleaver goes P2. Cleaver with the 47.79. Nicely done. Dominic Lee's completed his first lap, as has Mike Edwards and Ethan Evers. Ethan coming to complete his second one. Mike Edwards goes to the top. And then Ethan beats him. John Garrett goes third. Goodness gracious. Hayden Law just went from first to fourth in a hurry. See where Dominic Lee comes in. He's going to stay up on the track and not take the apron. 47.78. That'll put him fourth. And that is going to do it for qualifying. Your pole sitter is going to be Ethan Evers in the 8 car. Let's see if we can go back and find him on track real quick. Have a chat with him. There he is. I don't want to join the whole Delta Prime. That'd be a lot of people talking. Ethan DG, got a copy?
Hello.
Well, it looks like we pulled off a poll here. How good do you feel about that?
I feel all right. John just roasted me about it. So.
Oh yeah? How'd he roast you?
He said he would beat me if he did it the way he should have. But I won't say the words that he said. It's not stream appropriate.
But he ends up 3/10 behind you. Did you remind him of that?
No, you pulled me right when you did that.
10-4. We're starting on pole here for the 66 lap race here at Daytona. So it's John Garrett's race, right? 66 cars, 66 laps.
Yeah, I told him he's already picked to win by the admin. So here we go.
Well, good luck to you. We'll see how it all shakes out.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Ethan Evers grabbing pole here tonight at Daytona Beach. Let's go ahead and get everybody out on track so we can run through our starting lineup. 17 cars here to do battle. Hopefully we can get everybody formed up and ready to roll. Seems like they're taking their sweet time. I think Ethan finally got on track. There he is. Go ahead and kick off the tunes here, presented by our friends at Labor 12. Thank them so much for all the lineup music that they've provided us over the seasons. Appreciate it. And as you can see, they're on this race car. Kind of hard to tell, but that what looks like a Ritz logo on the side of the car is actually a Labor 12 logo. This is Ethan Evers. See the SRL born on date, and 1st of June 2020. That was when Sidewinder's first race was run. So it's kind of a fun car there. Waiting for Mike Edwards and John Garrett to get the lead out of their ass and get on track. Now just John. And here we go. Starting lineup presented by our friends at Labor 12. Ethan Evers on pole in the, well, we'll call it the DGSRacing.com Chevrolet. Mike Edwards in the Fort Worth Screen Chevrolet starts in second. John Garrett doesn't want screen time in his Fort Worth Screen Crazy Owl's car because he's not on track. Dominic Lee will start fourth. Oh look, right when I mentioned him, John finally gets out there. Crazy Owl's Fort Worth Screen Chevrolet starts in that third spot. Dominic Lee, the Fort Worth Screen DGS Racing Chevrolet, starts in fourth spot. Caden Moll's Napa Auto Parts Pontiac starts in fifth. Cody Cleaver, the Bucky's car, starts in sixth. Dalton Hayes, the National Guard Superman Dale Jr. throwback, starts in the seventh spot. Dustin Franklin, his Gray Bar Chevrolet, starts in the eighth spot. Trenton Sneed, Cheyenne Technologies Corvette, starts in ninth. Weird to see Trenton so far down in qualifying. He's usually front row on these super speedways. Ian Montrose, the Autism Awareness Chevrolet, starts in 10th. Chris Corcoran, my bad, starts in 11th, and he's having some connection issues, so you see him blinking. JR Deal in the number 9 Dodge starts in the 12th spot. Scott Elston, the Proline Chevrolet, starts in 14th. Jake Lawrence, I don't see him anywhere. I guess Jake is not out here. Well, Asher better will then move up to 15th on the start. And Jeff Price, 16th in the Back Channel Productions Pontiac. 16 cars on track. Not sure what happened to old Jake. Field works her way down the backstretch following that Ford Mustang pace car. Should be a good one here tonight. Smaller field usually lends to more green flag running. Hopefully people will not be in a hurry and we can have a good time here at Daytona Beach. Put on a good show. Get some green flag stops in. Be great. Field rolls into turn number 3. Ethan's probably pretty pumped to have that car on pole. Hey, Racy Mud. Let's go ahead and bring down the Labor 12 music. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That way I don't forget later. Racy Trenton starting in 9th. Let's have pep talk with him about his qualifying. Normally he's front row on these super speedways. JR Deal always wanted to keep an eye on super speedways. Guys usually having teammates but don't have many tonight. Trenton Sneed, JR Deal. Normally those guys have a plethora of teammates. Tonight Trenton only has 2, and I don't think JR has any with Jake Lawrence not getting out on track. Green flag's in the air. We're heading off to turn number 1. Ethan Evers leading the field. Charging into turn 1 side by side, double file all the way back through the field. We are underway at Daytona. 66 laps. They got 3 sets of tires in the pits just in case they wear them out. But the Gen 4 Cup cars do push off turn 2 and turn 4, so I've heard it can be a little bit stressful on the tire, but it didn't seem too bad. That's going to be lap 1 in the books. Who's going to lead it? Looks like Ethan Evers by a nose. Gets the 8 car a lap lead. Picks up a bonus point. A lot of overcast, but so far not raining, so that's good. Watch the field work their way down the backstretch. Let's jump on board with somebody in the middle of the pack. Let's choose the 47. Dalton Hayes should be putting on a good show in the middle of the pack. There's inside his car. See him jostling him around. Only 500 miles to Buc-ee's. You can hold it. Everybody just kind of maintaining position right now. No one's really splitting 3 wide or side drafting too hard. Early in the race, don't need to be doing that. Pretty cool ride. Let's look back at the back of the field. Well, Asher Renner looking ahead at everybody. Here I'm lifting there to try and stay out of the soup. Just wants to be at the back of the pack. So far, everybody's kind of minding their P's and Q's. I think they want to make it to the pit stops before they start getting crazy, which is a very good race decision to make. It's like the inside line's starting to surge ahead a little bit. See if we can get a crank it up going. I don't know if I have it set up with this. I do. We finally had a change up front. Mike Edwards from the top line down to the bottom in front of Ethan Evers. Now Dominic Lee leads the outside line ahead of the 2 of Cleaver and the 74 of Franklin. Inside line is now Edwards, Evers, and John Garrett. A complete lap 6. Right at 10% of this race complete. We'll have stage points at the end of lap 33. I was told the pit window was about 30 by Hayden Lowell. Don't know how accurate that was because he didn't run it. He just looked at his little black box in the car. Oh, Franklin, big bobble in the 74. Saw him doing the tank slapper there, but able to save it. Let's jump in with Trenton Sneed and have a chat. Car blinking behind him, that has to be unsettling. Hi Trent.
Hello.
Oh, we're riding on board with you right now. Things look to be fairly calm at this stage. Nobody's really going too batshit crazy. That has to be kind of nice.
Yeah, just kind of vibing.
bobbing trying to get to that first stop, I am sure. And now that we're in the race car, how many laps do you think we'll be looking at before we get to that pit time?
So, I know in practice you go right at 30 laps, but right now, I mean, I'm just kind of bobbing, trying to see if I can save enough to go one stop.
That's what I was going to ask.
I'm not sure if it's possible. It may be all for naught, but we'll find out in about, in about 15 or so laps, I guess.
The 74 bit scaring you a little bit?
A little bit. Gray bar. Maybe.
Yep.
Had the old gray bar enough in the past couple weeks.
So far we're out there, not in the Ritz car, but still vibing in the Trail and Technologies Corvette. You got your family all here watching, I'm sure. Say hello to Racy Mug as well.
Hi, Uncle Lee. Oh, okay. Bye, Hayden.
Bye, Hayden. Guess Hayden got bored, wanted to go to the back.
I guess. Oh, and gray bar just... Alright.
Yep, wants to vibe down with you, apparently.
Alright. Remind me not to buy any more A-phones from there. Store for another day. But yeah, had a brief scare with iRacing itself, as the 42's been jumping in my mirror a lot.
Yeah.
About 4 pieces of debris land on my windshield, like one after the other, and due to the lighting, it looked suspiciously like raindrops, so I was just kind of like, oh no!
Well,
2022 this.
Is there a contingency plan should the rain happen? Would you just have to reduce speed and make your way around?
I'm Austin Dillon in this shit.
Sam
I'm going to the apron.
Yeah, Dario Franchitti too, right? Back in IndyCar. Remember that?
I don't watch IndyCar.
Oh, it was the Indianapolis 500. I figured you might have seen that. But it was like an absolute cloudburst downpour. They were trying to get back to the start-finish line with those bald tires. It was so funny.
Who the crap just blinked into the upper atmosphere up there?
Was it ahead of you?
Yeah, that freaked me out.
I didn't see that one.
I did. I wish I didn't.
Yeah, I've seen the 42 a lot, but I didn't see that one. I figured we come hang out and chat since there's not a lot going on, and it's quiet, chill. You don't have any dumbasses trying to take it 3 wide. It's nice.
Not sure this is audible, but it's a wooden table I'm knocking on. That stays kind of calm.
I was looking at the driver lineups, and I was like, there's really only one aggressive driver in this entire lineup.
Where is it?
That blue car on the right lane ahead of Dalton. The Bulldog can be quite aggressive.
yeah, he can he?
But I think today he's on his leash. He's right behind his teammate and minding his P's and Q's, being good.
I think Alan has the same plan. It's like, I wonder if we can make it one stop.
It's definitely worth trying.
Imagine either way, if we can or can't, after the first pit stop, all hell is going to break loose if we're still bunched up.
The crazy thing is, I know the best laps she can turn are like low 44s, and right now the field's running 45 and a half, so even the leaders are saving right now.
No, I'm not pushing too hard.
It's kind of like watching that Bristol race this weekend.
That was awesome.
It was a great race. I mean, I'm a little biased because Denny won, but even if he didn't, that was a great freaking race.
Yeah, that was finally had to manage the car.
Yes, it was finally in the driver's hands and not just all out qualifying every freaking lap.
I think they need to keep everything the same. Just let the team make a setup around that tire, and I think it'll be perfect.
They need to make it even less of a good tire, you know what I mean? Like, because the teams are going to figure out how to make that tire last, so they need to make it even less lasting.
I think the weird thing is, yeah, because Logano, they got an extra set. It was from the last night race. And it did the same thing.
Yeah, and I was listening to old James Dennis Hamlin's podcast, and they were talking about it was a track temperature thing because it had been colder there than it had been for a long time. Jake and Cliff are on track 12 laps down as they have gotten out of the clash and joined us here.
Interesting.
But yeah, he says track temperature thing because it was colder at Bristol than it had been in a very long time, and the track just wasn't laying rubber down as a result of the temperature. So it kept eating up the tires and kept eating up the tires.
I don't think they eat buckets of ice before every race.
Oh look, catching those other two cars. Is this going to cause drama?
Please, no.
I mean, Jake's literally typing in chat incoming as y'all are catching them.
This is how I die, isn't it?
With thunderous applause.
Oh, JR just got back. What's going on? What do they know that I don't?
They're catching those two cars and he sees it. He's like,
We got at least another lap or two. It ain't panic mode yet.
He still said, Cody Cleaver trying to take the lead. Dominic Lee had pressed ahead of Edwards. Now Cleaver trying to make the high line work for the lead.
Bucky's machine. There is no manufacturer on that thing. It's just a Bucky's car, isn't it?
Correct. It's got the Chevrolet like lower fog lights, but that's it.
The headlight stickers almost makes me think of like a Lumina.
A little bit.
I like the older 90s model car.
Or a little bit of a Charger in there too.
It's like the iRacing pace car. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, nondescript.
It's something. I love JR's paint scheme, but that number font just it ain't it.
It's not. It needs to be a white number first of all.
Well, it's just the font. The font ain't it, man.
Font's not even close. There's Montrose trying to go to the bottom lane, but there was a Dominic Lee there. Goes back to the top.
Oh,
Cleaver's clear. JR is back up to the top lane.
That boy is running well on the controller.
Yeah, he is.
I told Hayden and Jeff both I would not be surprised if JR wins this race.
Cleaver gets a lap led. Lawrence and Mullins are side by side because of course they are.
Larson?
What?
I think you said Larson.
Lawrence.
Oh.
Yeah. Get the Budweiser out of your ear.
This ain't Monza. If I could find a setup from 2016 or something for Monza for like the Gen 6 car, oh god, I would have put that on the schedule just to watch the world burn.
That'd be fun. But then everybody like, I don't have Monza, and there'd be like 5 of us there.
Hey, it'd be a hell of a show.
It would.
You ever wanted to see Martinsville become a plate track?
You know what's even better? Doing that in the Indy cars.
Oh, I like my fenders. Okay, now we've got him. Now I'm nervous.
Yep. Oh boy. Oh boy. They're in the wall. Whew. Everyone lived, but they were in the wall.
Oh, Clifford. Okay. Well. Oh, thanks for the blinker, asshole.
Wow. Oh, we're single file now.
There we are. Cut off.
By the 2 car?
Yeah, he came down, didn't put his blinker on or nothing.
Dang. I mean, it's not his fault. His lights are painted over.
Oh, he could have put his hand out the window, gave me a hand signal.
Gave you a reach around out the window?
Oh God. That's a long arm.
It's a very long arm. Stretch Armstrong.
That'd be an Eldritch horror thing. I'm just trying to picture that in VR, to see someone's arm come out the window and reach into the cockpit like, oh, hell no.
Why are we not allowed to have Trenton?
Because we're broadcasting with Trenton. Trenton's a broadcaster.
I'm in race recorder. Now, I will say, in about 5 or 6 laps, I would like to move back so I can actually discuss what the flying crap we're going to do for pit strategy.
Yes, for sure.
Alright, just wanted the report.
We're about behaving.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. We're just out here vibing with Trenton. And figured we'd say hey.
Oh, hi.
Hayden's back now too.
Okay.
It's that kind of race where it's everyone's behaving, so we don't have a whole lot of drama, so we can vibe and hang out.
Oh, yeah.
We just need
No,
a
I
Ritz
didn't-
car.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, there's a fake Ritz logo on Ethan's car.
Close enough.
It says Labor 12, but you know.
Why begin the fake Ritz car?
There you go.
Stopping in the Labor 12 car. That's not a bad one.
That sounds good.
Get you some Labor 12 crackers at your nearest.
Whoa.
What kind of song was it playing in that though?
Swifty.
What song? What
It's gotta
song is
be-
he bobbing to?
It's got to be Swifty.
Oh God.
Mikey's pushing Dom at the front of the field, just so you know, if you all die, that's why.
We all got a fast repair.
True.
I don't want to use it.
We do indeed have a fast repair. I just
I
had to check
think.
to make sure that I set it up right.
Yeah, I think. So there's no way Dom and Mikey can make it, right? Because they're leading.
No way.
How
At
close are
this
you,
rate,
Hayden?
They've burned, by this point, they've burned too much fuel to even try to save enough.
How about you?
Maybe.
we'd probably
it's
have to
close.
save the next run a little bit.
Yeah, we're having to save a lot.
I mean, you gotta get to
Mathematically,
the end of 33.
yes.
it's
Practically,
possible.
But as in,
Exactly.
if cars in front of you have to pit, then you won't be able to save as much, right?
That would be a problem. Or we can, if they pit soon enough, we just back our pace down so much, because they won't be able to make it even by saving.
I went to look at my upper viewing area to look at something someone sent me, and I went up the hill.
Whoops.
Yell out, come.
And I was bumping in the corner.
All right, Trenton
Not
gets
like Cliff.
Trenton gets the call. When Trenton says bye-bye, that's when I leave. Hi, Cliff.
4 laps.
4 laps.
About
Okay.
in lap 28.
28. Into lap 28, I will peace out. You guys can have CSS, whoever that is.
And if we have
Oh, somebody's jumping.
after
42.
42, he's been doing that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry
I
about it.
need a
Getting
tear
it.
off. All I see is goo. What?
What the hell? Did you say all you see? What?
All I see is goo.
Why did you see goo? Someone blowing a head gasket?
You need goo gun?
Yeah.
Hello, Clifford. How'd the clash go?
I got wrecked.
Normal things.
Yeah.
Someone said you intent wreck someone. Or is that beach?
Not in that one, no. I just ran in the beach.
I'm angry, baby.
I didn't intent wreck anybody. I would have done it to the 16 if I'd have got a chance, but they're at the end.
Oh, great.
That feud's still going?
Yeah, you go on the list, of course.
I mean, I stay on the
I
list, but you
started
don't
a
always
list
try to
and
wreck
then
me.
he stopped racing, so.
Oh, God. That's a lot more up than I could
Yeah, Chris, I just want to make it known that you are blinking a handful of times.
I don't care.
DG's moving during the race?
Hi, Beach.
Well, how are you?
I'm good. I have to leave at the end of lap 28 so they can talk strategy. But yeah, I'm here for the moment. We were in race reporting with Trenton, and then everyone ended up in here.
Nice. Alright.
Yeah, everything's calm and peaceful, so we're just vibing with Trent. We have an in-race reporter chat.
We're all single file.
We're single file, try not to die.
I finished fifth.
Nice. I saw you wrecked the race car.
Hey, you know, I
be.
told you I was gonna do
at the
it.
end of this lap.
You
we're
said
trying
Yep.
it
to
looked.
I
You
got
said it looked good wrecked, and damn it, you were right.
I'll pee up if after pit cycle if you want to pull us again.
To be
Okay.
fair, I had the move of the race. And it, so.
Bye bye.
Yeah, he really did. He went.
I love you.
10-4.
Turn race jet back on. There we go. getting close to pit stops. Drivers are trying to make it to lap 33. They have to save about 3 laps over the course of the run. We know they can run 44, low 44s, but they've been turning 45 and a halves and longer, 45.7 that time. So even the leaders are trying to save. But all it's doing is making the cars behind them even better on their strategy. And see who can make it to the end of lap 33, because ideally they'd have to do that twice to make it on one stop. Otherwise they'll have to come down and hit the splash of fuel. Working lap 30. It'll be interesting to see drivers coming down the pit lane on the stage lap. But that is their goal right now. They're trying to one-stop the race. Dominic Lee in that green camouflage Fort Worth car. Mike Edwards the black and green. Ethan Evers is the red and white. Dale Jr. throwback. John Garrett there in fourth. Been green since the start so far. Everyone has been behaving. No one has been making crazy bonsai maneuvers that we might see later in the race. Cars that we'd expect to see pitting sooner that may not be able to make it would be the front 3 cars. Here they come. Right as I say that. Like JR Deals will go into the grass. He's going to have a poor pit entry in the 9 car. That'll be a penalty for him. He's going to have to hope for a caution later in the race to get caught back up. So on pit lane, Dominic Lee, Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards, Scott Elston, and then the JR Deal machine. John Garrett takes over the race lead. I'm sure we'll see another handful of cars pit here that can't make it around another lap. Unless they did a good enough job in the 66 and 47 camps of saving fuel. Ethan Evers down back out onto the speedway, as is Edwards and Elston. Dominic Lee, a bit of a disjointed stop for him. He's just now to the box. Long trip down the pit lane for him. 47 seconds. What happened to Dominic Lee? Let's see if we can pick it out here. We're going a little too slow. Here's the first one in. We have Will Ashterbranner on the pit lane now. Did he miss his box? He did. He missed his box. Then he couldn't find his box. Then he was too far to the wall. My goodness. And that is how Dominic Lee got shuffled out of his lead pack. It's like John Garrett and Dalton Hayes going to make it all the way around. Will anyone stay out? Trenton. Trenton's going to stay out all by himself and take the halfway points. See if anyone else gets there. They're all on pit road. John Garrett eventually makes it. Ethan Evers would be, I guess, the 10th car. Get the points. So everyone else on the pit lane, so we get the back of the pit lane. Useless. Trying to find cars on the pit lane. There you go. John Garrett. Hayden Knowles sideways in his box. Cody Cleaver, Dalton Hayes, Ian Montrose, Chris Cochran. Or is it Corcoran? Sorry. And Trenton. All by himself. He might lose the draft from this. Only car to go that extra lap. It netted him 10 points for the championship standings, so that can be good for him. Now he's on pit lane all by himself. Let's see how the cars blend out. It's Hayden Knoll coming off the pit lane. JR Deal saw him get the penalty. 54-second stop for him. He's going to try to pull Hayden along. Dustin Franklin, John Garrett. Here comes the other guys that already pit, blending in there with them. Mike Edwards and company. Ethan Evers trying to catch up to Hayden. And there they go. Now, of course, Mike Edwards, Ethan Evers, Scott Elston will have to pit again. Since they came down as early as they did, 2 laps early. That'll leave them 4 laps short if they run the same the second time around. Other cars won't be able to save as much. There they go by Trenton. Trenton just now coming off the pit lane, so he is going to get draft. Luckily for Trenton, he's not going to lose the draft pack. Edwards, Evers, Elston, your top 3. Then Hayden Lowell behind the lap machine of JR Deal. JR 1 lap down. Lawrence 12 laps down. Mullins 14. A little bit of a gap to Franklin, but it's less than a second, so we should be able to close that up. In that group is Franklin, Garrett, Hayes, Price. And a bit of a gap to Cleaver, but he's
steady and I'll be in
that group. Trenton
We're all
Sneed.
good, dude. Push away.
He's 1.4 and dropping, but Cliff's trying to help him.
What was that?
See the 37, Cliff Mullins trying to give Trenton the pull. Those two are going to try to push back up to the lead pack.
I'll be able to push.
Obviously, I can't tell Cliff's telemetry, but he may not be in contact with Cleaver. There's Cleaver, so yeah, Trenton is going to lose the main pack. Cliff's trying to catch up, and he's just 2 seconds back and dropping. So they've lost the draft in the 81. Thought he was going to be okay when he came out in the pack coming off the backstretch, but not the case. See Dustin Franklin 74, John Garrett 66 up high. You get a battle for the lead. Haven't seen them go side by side in a while. 30 to go here at Daytona. Franklin, one of those cars that saved the fuel to make it to 33. He's decided to tuck back in. Sure, he realizes he needs to save fuel. Mikey trying to get the draft off the car up by the wall. That is the Wonder Bread car of Jake Lawrence.
Hi, Jake. GMBA!
So we have 9 lead lap cars in this pack. Then also JR Deal, Jake Lawrence. We have Cliff Mullins, Trenton Sneed. We have Ian Montrose and Chris Cochran. 142. Lash Renner out by himself. Dominic Lee having all those troubles getting in and out of his pit box. Lost a ton of time. Running by himself 14th. JRDO 1 lap down. All those cars really wanting a caution so they can catch back up from 10th down to 15th. The field seems content to let Ethan Evers and Mike Edwards burn up all their fuel. Those two plus Scott Elston in 5th probably not going to make it to the end of the race. That leaves the control car Dustin Franklin, John Garrett, along with Hayden Lowell, Dalton Hayes, Jeff Price, and Cody Cleaver in this lead pack. I think 6 of these 9 cars can make it to the end. See if we can ask Mikey. Michael, DG, got couple.
Hi.
Hi. Well, we're leading the Pied Piper snake line right now. I know you had to pit 2 laps shorter than most folks, so are you in trouble of running out of gas here?
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody can make it.
I think quite a few can.
Really? I know John. I don't think he can.
Pretty
Well,
sure
I don't know when they pit.
six
Maybe
of
pit
the
with
top,
us.
6 of the top 9 can make it.
That's no fun.
3 that can't are you, Ethan, and Scott Lester.
Well, I'm just gonna break here. Calls across him.
Because Dustin Franklin and John Garrett pit at the end of lap 33, and you have to double that to get to the end, which is end of lap 66.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yep.
I can't do 1+1 most of the time.
It'd be a struggle sometime. But yeah, that's why everyone's been letting you two lead. They're all pulling off your draft and saving fuel.
I'm sure somebody will find a way to rig it.
We'll see.
Yeah, never
Well, that's
know.
what I was coming to see if you knew about the fuel game or not. Apparently, I just taught you something.
Yeah, leading up front kind of hard to save, and we were way short, so we were like, screw it.
Team 4, good luck.
Thank you.
Mike Edwards there. Definitely cannot make it. So they're going to need a caution. Edwards, Evers in the same fuel boat than Franklin right behind him. He's trying to save. Why you see that gap there, as is John Garrett. Scott Elston, he's going to be short. The 3 lap cars, they look like they're going to the front. I think it's too little too late for Edwards. They're going to be about 4 laps short even with those lap cars out front if they get there. And JR Deal and the 68 of Lawrence. And Cody Cleaver tagged onto the back of that group. Now he's dropping down. Cleaver in 5th. Cliff Mullins, Trenton Steed still not able to catch up to this group even with them slowing down a bit. And that's going to hurt Trenton because he's not really able to save back there. Has to push Cliff to try and catch the field. The gap's 4.6. It is shrinking, but very slowly. And if they keep at it, maybe they will catch up. Ain't that debris in turn 3? Here you go, the lap machines. 9 and 68. Pushed all the way up to the front. And Jake Lawrence tucks down to the apron in the Wonder Bread car. JR Deal gets in line behind the 8. Strange place for the lap cars to settle in, but there they are. Field works their way out of turn number 4. And there goes the 68. That's why he had to get down to go to the pit lane. He was 30 laps on his tank. And he had to come down and get fuel. .22 to go. Edwards and Evers hoping there's a caution at some point. Dustin Franklin, John Garrett hoping there isn't. Along with Cleaver. Elson hopes there is. Hayden hopes there's not. Dalton. Jeff Price. All those cars seem to be good on fuel. Trenton had an extra lap, so he's definitely good on fuel. He went 34 laps to be a show-off and lost the draft because of it. Jake Lawrence coming off the pit lane. Looks like he's going to come out by himself. That's going to be lonely. Although the field is coming in a hurry, maybe he will have some friends. Let's see where Jake is. Oh yeah, he's going to get swallowed up. Field works by a single file on the inside line. John Garrett went up there to get a little draft off of him. See if Jake can tag on the end of the line. Now Jake can make it to the end. I think they're catching another car ahead that maybe Asher Brenner and Lee. Dominic Lee and look off the back end of his car. There's the pack going through the turn three, through the triover. Sinking 3 for try. That's the next group to go a lap down. Franklin, Garrett, Cleaver, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Looking like they're in the catbird seat right now. We have Hayden, Dalton, Jeff Price. So about 6 cars out of this lead pack. Saving fuel right now. They can probably make it to the end. Hayden peeks out. Around Scott Elston. Nobody goes with him. See if Jeff lets him back in. Hayden's getting a little antsy. We'll go back to saving fuel. Cochran and Montrose. Lee and Asherbranner. Trenton's got his teammate Cliff. Trenton pushing Cliff for all he's worth. That gap had been shrinking, but it's grown again. It was down to 4. Now it's back up to 7-6, so they lost some ground here in this little 2-car pack. Uh-oh, we have a wreck. Yellow's not out, though. Scott Elston's around. There's the yellow. Oh, Cliff Mullins just murders Dalton Hayes. Well, that was Elston and Hayes. Let's see if we can see what happens. How'd they get that out of shape? Elston and Hayes make contact going through the tri-oval. That's a strange...
Like, I don't understand the whole reason of that. Just backing way the hell up out of nowhere.
I'm gonna have to agree with that. We checked up 15 miles an hour out of nowhere. Me and are fine with it.
Yeah, now we can fucking race instead of save fuel.
Bobble out of the 8 car. JR Deal backed off to not get into him.
Can I have an EOL so these guys can go by me?
Strange. 8 car backed off a little bit, and then all hell broke loose. Should see about everyone pit. Make sure they're good on fuel, then they don't have to save anymore. Don't know if anyone will take tires. Does get Asherbranner, Lee, and Hayes caught back up. Well, Hayes was spun out, but you know what I mean. Now we get the back of the pit box for no reason. Edwards fuel only, down and away. Evers looked like he was taking tires. Maybe right sides. Yeah, Evers took right side tires. Gas only for Edwards, Lowell, Franklin, and Jeff Price. Then 4 tires for John Garrett, Cody Cleaver, Trenton Sneed, Ian Montrose, Chris Corcoran. I want to say Cochran. Corcoran. Elston, a little bit of damage repair. Dominic Lee just now getting to the pit lane. Will Asherbranner. Dalton Hayes, of course, with the broken car. It's taking him a while to limp around. He'll take a fast repair and get caught back up, be tail into the field. JR Deal gets the lucky dog. The 9 car finally back on the lead lap. Jake Lawrence and Cliff Mullins are caught on opposite laps after Cliff had that heavy contact with Dalton Hayes. Now the caution everyone had been wanting to get the bunch of the field back up with 15 to go. Edwards, Hayden, Franklin, and Price in the top 5, all fuel only. The 8-car Evers took 2 tires on the right side. And then 4 tires from John Garrett on back. 66, the 2, the 81, the 1, 42 all in the top 10. Took 4 tires. Scott Elson took 4 tires and some damage repair. Dominic Lee, 4 fresh tires. He'll be 12th. Will Oshburner 13th. J.R. Deal, he'll be 15th. Should be. As long as Hayes gets out of the pit box. Yeah, there he goes. So Hayes will stay on the lead lap with his fast repair. Because he was a legal race car, he should pass JR Deal. Should, being the keyword. Lights out on the pace cars. We have exited the tri-oval. So this will be the lap we go back green. We'll have 13 laps to settle it. And I think from here, it should get interesting. People will start to push.
Sorry, Jake, I wasn't paying attention.
JR's coming to join the field. Wait up, everybody. But wait, there's more. Dalton's coming to join the field. Jake's already there. Cliff's on the pit lane. Let's go talk to Ethan very briefly, because I have questions. Ethan, DG, got a copy?
Hello.
Why 2 tires?
Right sides were the only thing I was wearing.
10-4. So you didn't feel like it was worth picking up the lefts, and you didn't want to not take tires.
Correct, because in case I have to make moves here, I want to be able to not push in the corner.
10-4. Well, we got 4 cars around you that are fuel only, and then a bunch of 4 tires behind you. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Ethan here is in the 8. A quick chat with there, trying to figure out why he was the only one in the field that took 2 tires. It is possible that Franklin took 2 tires, but if he did, they were left sides because he had a 7-second stop. The rest of the fuel stoppers were 5 seconds. Pace cars will make that left turn, and we're going to have 13 laps to decide a winner here. 53 done. 13 to go. Getting down to it. Restart is out. Here we go. Well done, Cody. Edwards getting the push from Franklin.
I need a black clear for passing under the yellow somehow.
So 15 cars in contention for the win, all on the lead lap. Trenton Sneed split out wide in the 81. Is anybody with him? Trying to make moves there in that Corvette. Didn't quite work out. He tucks in line back behind Dominic Lee. Back up to the front. Ethan Evers with the push from Hayden Lull. Hayden gives him a good push. Gets him out to the front. We'll see if Ethan stays high. Edwards starts to make up ground, and he gets turned by Dustin Franklin. Franklin gets in the back of the 14. They're wrestling each other down the straightaway. Up into the outside wall they go, and there is our second caution.
That
Franklin.
was so fun.
Let's go back to far chase. I heard that was a self-spin. Dreaming out, riding with the 74 behind the 14. I don't think that's a self-spin. Ugh, almost had him saved.
No, that's my fault. You can give me AOL. 100% my fault.
Unfortunately, don't do that.
Yeah, I haven't done it all season, so I'm not going to do it now.
Gets in my left rear and turns him.
You'll get put on the spreadsheet, though.
Goes on the document.
I never kept this spreadsheet.
Oh, Cleaver gets underneath Price, turns him around, gets Hayes. Hayes has already taken a fast repair, so that's a big deal for him.
But yeah, I don't have a Google Doc for this season. Everyone didn't seem to like it. They all threw a fit.
Or whatever, I haven't read the
JR does a great job slowing down.
I'll throw it good.
Watch the 9 car. Remember, he's on controller, so you see him jerking side to side like that. He's doing all that and staying out of this wreck. Nicely done, JR. Yep, the cautions breeding the cautions. Kind of had a feeling that would happen. So now Ethan's out front. C cars probably come down and work on some damage from that. Dustin Franklin among that group. I'm sure Edwards will come down. Corcoran stays out. Elson stays out. Hayes is going to come down. He got put in the outside wall. Back under caution we go almost immediately. Well, Asherbrenner avoided everything. He'll stay out. Take over 10th. So everyone else is on the pit lane. Of course, we're going to get more views of the back of the pit lane. Beautiful.
Would like to give everybody a reminder that this league is racing next week. The Gen 4 Cup Series will be racing in the week leading up to Easter. It is the only league in the Sidewinder Racing League that will be doing so.
That's not true.
Or the Dirt Street Stocks not
Dirt
doing it
Street
next week?
Stocks Racing.
Dirt Street Stocks are also racing. I've just been informed. Wire.
Dirt Street Stocks had that one race that got canceled where the iRacing service was down. So off the pit lane, Cody Cleaver, 4 fresh tires, had a brand new race car. Will be 11th. Franklin in 12th. Jeff Price 13th. Mike Edwards 14th. Mikey leading most of the race finds himself at the back of the field. Dalton Hayes trying to fix as much damage as he can, as that car has been beat up quite a bit. He already took his fast repair last wreck. Now he has to repair as much damage as he can before the pace car gets around. And he'll try to hang on to the lead lap and get a good finish after getting as many repairs as possible. Who shall we talk to? Hayden. Hayden, DG, got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, we're sitting there in the second spot. You got rid of most of those Fort Worth screen printing cars up there. And, well, you got Trenton behind you, so it should balance out a little bit there. You got a teammate. How do you think it's going to go here in the final handful of laps?
I fully expect to end up on a wrecker. Super speedways, I'm just kind of happy to end up with a top 5. Top 10s are pretty cool. I don't win these. That's just like it's like the meme. We don't do that here.
We don't do that here because Hayden and Super
we don't do
Speedways,
that here.
it requires people to want Hayden to win, and most people don't want that.
This is true. I told Trent, look, push me, and if you turn me, you turn me. I've got to win. I'm locked into the playoffs. So, kind of cool to get the Napa Auto Parts. Man, I almost said Chevrolet. This is a Pontiac.
Yes.
Up at the front, running up front of the Super Speedway, learning a lot of lessons, taking some notes. So, you know, it's about time that luck runs out, I think.
I go back to this thing where it requires you to have people that want you to win. I think Trenton is going to be on board with that. I don't think anyone else around you will be.
That also requires me to not make a stupid move coming like out of turn 4 on the final lap, which I will absolutely do because of my inexperience of being in that position.
Fair enough. It is a lot of fun though. Good luck. And
I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, we'll see how it all shakes out. You got about a half lap to green. You got any ideas for trying to hang with those guys on the inside line since they're all teamed up?
I don't know. Hope I get a run out of 2 and can make the time back up.
10-4, good luck.
I need it.
Hayden sounds super excited. Hayden and Trenton lined up nose to tail on the top side, and you have Evers, Garrett, and the 19 of Lee all teamed up on the inside line. Then there's Montrose in 6th, the 42 of Corcoran, 85 Elston, 9 of Deal, 31 of Asherbrenner is your top 10. So we come down for the restart. Pace car heads on off. Fields in the control of the 8 car of Ethan Evers, your race leader. So they get going in a hurry on that inside line. Looks like they had to really check up. Really looks like that high line's going to get the run out of 2. Trenton can get a little closer to Hayden. I think the high line will be just fine. They'll come back.
Jesus Christ.
John Garrett on the back bumper of Ethan Evers, pushing him out to the lead. Field works their way down the backstretch.
Really?
I'm not going to ruin my race because y'all are going 2 miles an hour. I'm sorry, I'm not. I understand you, but the other guy I have no idea.
They're going 3 wide back there with Hayes and the 31 of Asherbrenner. And that's why 47's upset. Couldn't get a push. Price not wanting to push. Hayden Lowell pushing to the lead. This is Napa Pontiac. Push from Trenton Sneed, the 81. The outside line probably going to be the way to go here. Hayden's going to clear in front of Ethan Evers. Now Trenton Sneed going to lead the outside line. They're going to have to regroup and get another push. Ethan's going to say nope. Jump out in front of Trenton. Probably a great move. John Garrett pushing Hayden on the inside lane. Ethan Evers out in front of Trenton Sneed, the 8 and 81. They were together a lot in practice. Ethan dives down to the bottom. And they're wrecking. Montrose goes around in front of JR Deal. That is going to be another one. 3rd caution of the night. We went caution free until that one checkup.
Jer, I was just inside of you.
And JR Deal went down the track and came back up and got Montrose in the left rear. Watch this from the 9 car drone shot. JR in that red number 9. Yep, gets the left rear of the 1 car. Elston goes up underneath him. Oh my gosh, Dustin Franklin clobbers him. JR goes around in the number 9 Dodge. Check in on the cars involved. Franklin.
Hey Chris, when you're able to, I need you to run me.
Trying to hear if he still has power.
I will get around you. I have major wheel damage right now.
Or if he popped it.
Painful.
That's not the one I want. Sounds like it's still up. I'll get a brand new race car, it sounds like. So we got a few cars banged up and damaged. JR Deal still got damaged. Montrose. There's Elston, Asherbrenner. I think he said the 42 had some damage. Go back and see how these guys all got their damage. I mean, we know it was in that wreck, but he's gonna smack the outside wall pretty hard. So I didn't see him make contact with the car until right there. A little bit of contact with the 9. Up into the outside wall goes the 42, and that crushes his suspension. Can't drive it very well. Trying to get to the 85. There it goes. See what happens to Scott here. I'm just going to get it slowed down to time. Goes under JR and holds the brake. So Ian just kind of wrong place, right time as the 9 car clips his left rear and all hell breaks loose. Jeff Price survives that somehow. The 45 car. Everyone wrecks all around him. It does a good job not getting too much of the 2 car there. Nicely done, Jeff Price. See what it looked like on board. Oh hell. I think he got that right rear just up against the wall, but it wasn't bad. Dalton charging in there. He got lucky. He had already used his faster pair and took a lot of damage on the last crash. Did not slow down much there. Little Asher cuts it down to the bottom, avoids everything. Nicely done, William. 42 is the one that gets clipped. Overcorrects it up into the outside wall, and that hurts his suspension. JR is going to go for a wild ride. Behind the 1 car.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
JR just murdered someone under caution. Yes. JR sends the 42 car under caution. That was live. Or, just a moment ago. Not quite live. JR had taken his fast repair. Now he's about to come down and fix the damage he just got. Poor JR. He's going to back up. It's way over the line. 42 didn't take too much damage there. He's got a little crinkle on the left rear.
Hey, 85, how fucked up is my rear end?
Did you watch the stream? You would know. We were just showing it.
I wouldn't lose a draft.
Scott?
I think he has chat muted.
Dalton, do you have chat?
Do what?
Can you check out my
Really
rear end
worried.
and tell me how much damage there is?
Really worried about his butt.
Got a little left rear damage. That's all.
So nothing major?
Probably not. No, I don't think so.
Alright, thank you.
Now that we've gotten the case of
Just a
Chris
heads up,
Corcoran's
Scott,
butt.
you're on all teams, so that's why a lot of people aren't hearing you.
Corey Deal wants to know how his butt is. Dustin Franklin lost 2 laps, but he is back out there. JR Deal still in the lead lap of 14th. But he is sitting on the pit lane as we're about to go green. It's not good for JR. And that killed the car worse than the wreck. I believe it. You hit him pretty hard. And right on the nose, which is where you really got to protect it.
changing lanes for the start-finish line?
You weren't close enough to turn him. Ethan Evers, John Garrett trying to make the high line work. Trenton Sneed down low. Hayden Knoll and the 2 of Cleaver. Price looks to the outside. Nobody there to go with him. Natural green-white checker. Ethan Evers, Trenton Sneed. A couple of Earnhardt fans leading this one. And we're going to get the white flag. So this will be the final lap of the race. Which lane can push better? High side, low side. Trenton and Evers. Mike Edwards jumping over the top. That may hurt the outside line. That could be all Trenton needed. The outside line gets very disorganized. Mike Edwards going for it. They're crashing back in the back of it. See, the 19, the 1 all crashed out. Unfortunately for Ethan Evers, just can't get a push from behind. No momentum as the outside line completely broke apart. Trenton Sneed out front. Hayden Lowell's going to go for the win here. He's going to pop out outside of the 81 of Trenton Sneed. So we go into the tri-oval. There goes the wreck. Who's going to survive it? That may be... I can't tell. Ethan, Dalton, who? Dalton, maybe? Let's go back and check it at the line. Could be the 47. Everybody went crashing. I think it is. We'd have to check it a different angle here. Bear with me as we go look into the nitty-gritty stuff. We're going to back this up to the line. I think it's Dalton Hayes. There it is. Dalton Hayes in the 47, getting the win. Holy cow. What a finish. Dalton Hayes. I had to make sure with the video because sometimes the scoring doesn't actually get it correct. But Dalton Hayes is your winner in the 47. Dalton, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, yes, sir.
That just happened. You won this race.
I gotta go back and look at it because I don't even believe that one hardly.
You got a damaged race car. You're able to keep it on the lead lap, and everyone crashes around you, and you bring it home in victory lane, all beat up and tattered. Has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I have like 2 or 3 minutes of repairs still, and I like thought about pitting that last time and trying to fix most of it, but I was just like, fuck it. There's no way I'm gonna get anywhere back up to the front, so it's just kind of along for the ride, and as usual, you know, kind of the last lap, the whole teammate thing kind of goes out the door, so everyone was scattering, just trying to find a way to win it, and I just kept the throttle down basically. I don't know how it had to be super close between me and Mike.
It was.
Because I was gonna say I could see him on my inside, and I know that like I don't know how much. What was it by, like a nose or something?
0.03.
0.03. That is impressive.
Yep.
But I will say, whenever we had our ugly car night, I'm pretty sure at Daytona here in the Gen 4, but it used to be the ARCA series, we had the exact opposite finish of that, where he won by like a fender and I finished second. So I guess it was paying me back.
10-4. Well, congrats on the win. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight.
Yeah, of course, you for putting on the broadcast, everyone in Delta Prime for letting me hang out and basically be the satellite guy, teammate to them. Uh, it didn't work out exactly, I think, how we all planned. And I have shown a little bit of frustration in that wreck early with me and Scott. So I apologize to them for that. I didn't get the memo that we were checking up like 15 miles an hour. So I accidentally got in the back of Scott and I felt bad for that. Hopefully he was able to recover. And I think that's about it. Free Neo.
Yeah, I hear flat earther. Go get Michael Edwards, who brought it home P2 tonight. Mikey, DG, you got a copy?
Hi.
Well, you went from looking like you're great to looking like you're terrible to looking like you're great to looking like you're terrible to looking like you're great to looking like you're terrible to finishing second.
Yeah.
What a night.
That yeah, that went from yeah.
It's like the outside
I
line
don't know.
just couldn't get their shit together there at the end to push. They all went. Everyone wanted to win for themselves. Nobody wanted to go push the outside line, and it all fell apart.
Yeah, we didn't get a good start to begin with. Feel bad for not going with them, but think I'm not in the playoffs. I don't know if I've made enough starts yet or if I'm planning to, so I was going for the win, but I knew they would crash regardless of what would happen. Yeah, kind of checked up the field early on, was not on purpose, trying to save just a little bit of fuel, and I guess we checked up a little bit too much and crashed everybody. But then I got crashed by Dustin, I believe. So it all adds up, but it's never over till it's over here.
10-4 by 0.03 of a second. You miss out on the win. Did you think you had a chance at it there?
Probably not. I tried to go 3 wide there, and literally nobody went with me. If I kind of would have stuck it out and they crashed, I could have been in Dalton's position because Dalton was where I was. But I mean, it's Daytona. You got to go for it.
10-4. Congrats on the P2. You got the friends, family, sponsor shoutouts for us tonight.
Yep, right, for screen printing, KVRP, DGS Racing, not that thing on the quarter panel, Autism Awareness, Flavor 12, Art Music, Hayden for putting this thing together, you for making this paint, doing the broadcast, and then everybody for keeping it pretty clean. 66 laps in these cars, it was pretty fun.
10-4. Have a good night, and we'll see you back here in the next one.
Yep, later, man.
Mike Edwards bringing home P2. We try to track down the 42. I don't see him anywhere. We may give the interview to Cody Cleaver if he's still hanging out. He's not. Let's see, Hayden. Hayden in 5th. Hi, Hayden.
Hey, Swiss.
Well, you're the third person still in chat, so I guess I'll give you an interview randomly. Do you want to be yourself in 5th, or do you want to be Chris Corcoran in 3rd?
Cody Cleaver? Oh, Cody Cleaver did leave chat. Okay, I thought he was still there.
No.
Chris Corcoran's in drivers.
Is he? He was there when I just looked. There he is. Look at there. All right. Well, I guess we'll go get Chris. But how is it from an admin perspective?
That was honestly great. Fuel looked like it was going to be a factor, and then we got some cautions and we could race. And ultimately, really, really proud of these guys, honestly.
10-4. Well, we'll see you next week.
We'll see you.
Go get Chris down in here. Chris, DG, you got a copy? Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Interesting finish to my race there, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. You forget home P3 in the old Dale Earnhardt Oreo Grinch car from 2000. How much fun did you have out there tonight?
Honestly, for my first race in this league, it was a pretty good time. Definitely my favorite cars, so.
10-4. Well, we're glad to have you. I hope you enjoyed it. And I promise you, normally it's not that much of a green flag run, because normally someone is just pushing the issue nonstop. But it was a nice change of pace. I enjoyed that we had that long green flag run to start it off and make it towards the end before we started getting crazy.
Honestly, yeah, green flag runs, it's not something you get usually in the hosted sessions, and or the official sessions, and you don't really get Gen 4s and hosted sessions, so.
Well, there you go. We brought them out tonight and all season long, and we've been having a good time in them, so hopefully you come on back next week, and we enjoyed having you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for your P3 tonight?
Really just Derek Wilden, who wasn't able to race tonight, but he's sort of my teammate. He brought me over to this league, so I appreciate him for that.
10-4. Well, there you go. Thanks, Derek, and yeah, hope you see both of you next week.
All right. See you then.
Chris Corcoran in the 42, bringing it home in P3. Let's run through our final results from tonight and get on out of here. Pretty tame race till the end. I enjoyed that. Nice to get that green flag run, get towards the end of the race before you start doing stupid things. And nope, that's not it. Here we go. This one. There's too many boxes that say results. Dalton Hayes gets the win by 28 thousandths of a second over Mike Edwards. Chris Cochran finishes 3rd. He was right there at that finish too. Cody Cleaver, Hayden Lowell, John Garrett, Scott Elson, Trenton Sneed, Ethan Evers, Will Asherburn are your top 10. And page 2, Jeff Price, Ian Montrose, Dominic Lee, Dustin Franklin, J.R. Deal, Jake Lawrence, and Cliff Mullins. Those drivers do get credit even though they missed the start. They did make at least a lap in the race, so they will get credit for being here tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and run through our sponsor layouts and get this stuff taken care of and buttoned up and bills paid and all that good stuff. Wild Horse Broadcasting does our Monday night Xfinity. They do our ARCA series Monday night. Rev Sim Shop does our Dirt Street Stocks on Tuesday. Then we have the Labor 12 Band doing our Tuesday night Truck Series race. Always a good time there. Arc Music put on this show you just watched tonight in the Gen 4 Cup Series here at Daytona. Then we have Footwear Screen Printing putting on our Xfinity race tomorrow night. Should be another good one there. And then the Golden Eagle Syrup puts on our Super Speedway series on every Friday night. That one's always a close finish. And then you have the CTC Race Network doing our Indy Cars on Friday night late. I hope you can catch all of that action. Come on, join our community, be part of it at dgsracing.com. Click that big red snake. That'll get you to our Discord, and you can sign up there for any of our series. We appreciate you watching tonight. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next race.